This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. Well, Maino, a.k.a. CHAINO, at it again. Okay, this guy, I had no problem with Maino. Like, I thought he was pretty cool. You know, he was always trying to go for the king of Brooklyn, K.O.B. You weren't the king of Brooklyn, okay, ever. But Maino was a factor in Brooklyn, right? For sure. Like, you know, and congratulations, you know, he did get a hit record. He had a record high hater, and then he had the record all the above with T-Pain. And that was great. He got what he set out to do. And then after that, you know, Maino is somebody. And, you know, there was that one time around that time where Youngberg was doing a lot of drugs, right? And Maino handled him, right? Now, recently on Academics podcast, Youngberg, a.k.a. Hitmaker, was on there. And he talked about that moment and kind of downplayed it. He didn't deny it fully, but he said it wasn't that big a deal. You know, basically, Maino removed him from his section because, you know, he knew he could see he was on drugs, right? So, you know, Angela Yee, being messy, brings it up. It says, what about that? What'd you think about that? Him saying that. And he says, that's cap. I slapped him, and, you know, I don't even know why he's talking about that. That was a long time ago. Well, CHAINO, okay. Remember, you were at the Troy Ave incident that happened in 2016 at Irving Plaza. And, you know, you were there that night. And, you know, Taxstone pulled his gun out, and then Troy Ave returned fire, and a lot of people got injured, right? And Troy Ave's chain in the scuffle fell off. And instead of you picking it up and giving it back to him, where somebody, you guys were cool, right? You kept it like a loser. You kept his chain like you had beef with him, and you didn't. And mind you, Maino's girlfriend was shot that night too, okay? So he should, you know, be pretty mad at Taxstone for starting this, coming to a club that he was performing at, or I don't even know if Maino was performing. He was at, to start trouble with Troy Ave when Troy Ave was invited there and Taxstone wasn't, right? Troy Ave was invited there by T.I. And in the midst of this whole thing, you stole Troy Ave's chain. You didn't rip it off his neck. It fell on the ground, and you picked it up, and you wore it in music videos like a clown for years. And then you finally, recently, last year, March of last year, you admit you took his chain because some things were said on Troy Ave's part. So you said, "Oh, I have your chain." Like, bro, it was almost 8 years later, and you're revealing you had his chain. All you did was take the charm off, and you wore it in videos. That is like clown behavior, loser behavior. I don't know where Maino got soft, but, you know, Maino used to be a tough guy. Probably, maybe he still is, but he just, to do lame stuff like that usually wouldn't be in Maino's character. I'm kind of shocked. When he did that, I was totally like, eh. And then it made sense that he was Angela Yee's little co-host when she moved her new situation. He'll be a good guy, sit in the corner. You know, that's what he is now. Love and Hip Hop was over, so now he has to do that, right? It's a shame, man. I had a lot of respect for Maino for years, you know. So Whack 100 obviously got involved around that time and said, "Damn, Maino, pretty strong, respectful words at the start after the situation. Seems like if you would have picked up Troy Ave chain, that you would have obviously had no issues according to your post. The honorable thing to do is return it that night or the following day. But you held it for 7 years. Kind of weird." And then Maino said, "Mind your business. What you speaking on me for?" Well, why is Maino saying, think about it, 7 years later he brought up the chain, old incident. Now he's like, "Oh, that was an old incident. Why is Berg bringing that up now? I downplay." You know, it's corny behavior. I'm sick of Maino, bro. Like, go away. You know, like, But these kind of people always expose themselves at one point, you know? Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I'll check you in the next one. Peace.